안녕하세요 여러분, 저는 Mari입니다. 오늘은 we are going to talk about two currently airing K-dramas, the first one being My Lovely Liar and the second one is Destined with You. You can watch My Lovely Liar on Viki and Destined with You is on Netflix. As always, there will be chapter times below, so feel free to jump around to whatever show that you're interested in. And before we jump into the review, I did want to touch base with some of you guys who are aware that I did the TESOL certificate throughout the summer. I am now completed that certificate. I really loved that certificate. Like, some of my best experiences as a student came from this certificate because the professors were amazing. The content I found so cool. We covered everything from language ideologies to how to teach grammar and how to teach listening and speaking skills. So it was really cool. Before the certificate, I always thought teaching English in Korea for a year after graduation would be like this really fun experience that I would like to do. After the certificate, it's something I have to do now. So all that being said, I will now return to my bi-weekly upload schedule. First, let's talk about My Lovely Liar, episodes 1 to 10. I know that by the time this video goes live, I think 12 episodes will be available to watch, but again, this is only going to be an episode 1 to 10 review, and I recognize that this is definitely more episodes than I usually watch in my standard first impression video, so think of this episode as more of like a pre-climax review. My thoughts and opinions before the series wraps up, and if I do a full review for the show, it will be a spoiler review. My Lovely Liar is doing incredibly well. I keep seeing articles online about it being like #1 and the ratings continue to rise with every episode. So I'm gonna guess that most of you guys are aware of this K-drama, but if you're not, this is my synopsis for it. Our female lead has the ability to hear lies. When those around her lie, a bell rings in her ears. With this ability, she has been able to build a very lucrative business where she kind of acts as a lie detector or a truth finder for the wealthy. So yes, she is doing very well financially, but not so much with her personal life. As you can imagine, being able to hear even the smallest white lie has caused a lot of problems within her personal and romantic relationships. When our story begins, our female lead doesn't really have any interest in dating until a very mysterious man moves in next door to her. Now, this man always wears a mask, he is quite a loner, and he never tells any lies. She starts to think to herself, is this man immune to my ability, or does he truly only tell the truth? She really gets intrigued by this guy. And who is he? He is our male lead. And our male lead is actually a very rich, very successful music producer who primarily works with this one female idol. Personally, I instantly thought of Teddy and Blackpink, but imagine if Teddy only worked with Blackpink and nobody was ever able to see Teddy's face. Like, no one actually knew Teddy's identity. I'm not sure why that's where my mind went, but there you go. And the reason why our male lead moved in next door to our female lead is because he is running away from a rumored dating scandal. But the audience learns very quickly that our male lead is not simply hiding his identity to, distance himself from celebrity culture. There is another far more insidious reason why he's hiding his face and his identity. So let's talk about some pros, and the first one is the plot. This just feels like a K-drama. I'm not quite sure how else to describe it. The reason why I got into K-dramas in the first place is because I found them to be very creative and out of the box with tropes I had never experienced while watching Western TV. And My Lovely Liar feels like a return to that. This K-drama feels nostalgic to me. It feels like a K-drama that will fit right in with shows like Strong Girl, I Can Hear Your Voice, The Girl Who Sees Smells, and Secret Garden. My Lovely Liar offers you all of the aesthetic benefits of a 2023 K-drama while also giving me that nostalgic, comforting feeling of a classic K-drama. I have always loved romances that have like a sprinkling of supernatural, a dusting of fantasy to them. The plot does have a darker underbelly. I think it's really important that prospective viewers know that this show deals with weaponized self-harm and suicide. It's a recurring theme and multiple characters engage with this. So if you know that really toxic relationships where one person threatens to self-harm if the other leaves is a trigger for you, please don't watch this, or have someone you trust watch it first and tell you what scenes to skip. I do think that this show would be watchable and you would still get all the good things from it if you just skipped those scenes. If I do make a spoiler review for My Lovely Liar, I will talk about this a lot more because I have a lot of thoughts on it and I'm not impressed by the conversations that we've had thus far concerning this. I think because this is such an important theme and so important to our male lead's backstory, we should have conversations unpacking this. So far, like I said, it's been really lackluster and I'm just not impressed. Lastly, I do want to talk about our male and female lead. I have not seen this male lead before and I'm very impressed by him. I am an instant fan. I really think his acting is natural and believable. Someone please introduce me to this man down below. Tell me who he is. Is he a singer? Is he new? Is he a breakout star? Someone introduce me to him, please. While I'm really enjoying him and I think he's a great fit for the show, I do have a bit of problems with our female lead, and that's just a reflection of me as a viewer. I've never really connected to this actress. I always find her to be serviceable and fine, but I am always able to see the actress behind the characters. She never disappears. I always see the actress, and I find that to be like really disjointed, and it always takes me out of the series. So she's fine, but like I said, I'm not a huge fan of hers, so that is a little bit of a drawback for me. Okay, so will I keep watching My Lovely Liar? Yes, 100%. I really look forward to every episode. Now let's transition to my first impression thoughts for Destined with You. I am going to be reviewing episode 1 to 4. Okay. I'm gonna be totally honest. I am not sure if I should even be reviewing Destined with You based on just how confused I am by it. I'm confused by the fact that I am confused because I watched this. I am not at the point with my Korean where I can just put on a show and just listen to it. Like, I have to sit and actively read the subtitles. So I know I watched it and I know I didn't miss anything, but I'm still so confused by this one really important aspect of it that again, I don't even know if I should review this. I think I should like go back and rewatch the first few episodes to see if I did miss anything. But hopefully you guys, because you're way smarter than I am, will just explain it to me in the comments below. And without going on any more of a tangent, I'm going to read the synopsis for you that Google provides because again, I'm confused by some aspects of this series. So Google just says a lawyer, who is our male lead, bound by a centuries-old curse, becomes entangled with a civil servant, our female lead, who holds the keys to his freedom. I didn't know the synopsis going in. I hadn't watched any trailers for this show. I didn't even know really the poster. The only thing I had seen promotional wise for this K-drama was actually a fan-made edit while scrolling Instagram, and it was a scene where the curse is like coming out and, you know, touching our male lead. And I was like, ooh, that looks interesting. So I just looked in the description on that little fan-made edit on Instagram, saw that it was Destined with You, went over into Netflix and clicked play. So I didn't know the synopsis, I didn't watch any trailers, and maybe that's also where I'm getting confused. Maybe they explain things in trailers and just assume that if you're going to watch the show, you've seen the trailer. I don't know what's going on with this show, to be honest. But I turn on this show and I am left feeling like I've missed something. The curse that is mentioned in this synopsis by Google is really glossed over. There is not a moment where it is fully explained to the viewer. Like, I still don't have really I still don't understand really what this curse is. I don't know if it's like, is it hereditary? Is it something that our male lead was born with? Did he get it recently? I don't even know if the hands that are appearing are the curse itself, because he said that he like recently met these hands. So that makes me think, is this something that he just got? Like, is the curse new, or are the hands something separate from the curse? I'm just a little confused. I also don't know if the male lead's illness is associated with the curse, or are they separate? The parts that confuse me are not like little nuggets of intrigue. It's not like a good question that I have where I'm like, ooh, tell me more. I can't wait to watch the next episode. I have so many good questions. These are not good questions. I feel like some integral piece of foundational information was cut out of the first or second episode to the detriment of the viewer. And the way his family reacts to our male lead makes it seem like some members of his family know about the curse while others don't. But at the same time, I feel like as the viewer, I'm reading in too much to their interactions, to the point where maybe I'm projecting the fact that they know about the curse. Like, what is the curse? What is the curse? I'm confused. So that is the biggest con I have about the show so far. I've watched 4 episodes and I do not have a good grasp about what's really going on, which I think is a big problem. If that's a huge negative, which is really the only negative I have about the show, a few pros that I have is that all the characters are quite enjoyable. I really like our male and female lead. The acting is great. The characters are interesting. I like their dynamics and chemistry together. I really like where the story is going. And I have a lot of good questions about our female lead. Like Google says in the synopsis, she holds the keys to breaking his curse, but we don't really understand why. We don't really understand who she is, or at least like who her ancestors were, because I get the feeling within these first 4 episodes that there could be a reincarnation plotline going to be happening, or at least like some sort of hereditary bloodline importance to these characters. Really like her character. She's a bit mousy at first, but as you get to know her a little bit better, you realize just how funny this character is. She is so sassy. There's that scene where she's trying to open the box. Again, don't worry, this is not spoilers in any way, but she's trying to open the box and she is being so sassy to our male lead over FaceTime. I just laughed out loud. It was so good. I really like the characters and their chemistry. I think that's everything I want to say about Destined with You. I'm realizing now it's really not a review, but a true first impression by the fact that I'm confused Okay, everybody, that is everything from me. I hope you have a good day and a good night. Bye. Also, I will continue watching Destined with you. I don't think I said that. Bye.